Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Life can be tough sometimes, right? We all face those moments where things just don't go the way we expect, whether it's personal struggles, work stress, or just the weight of the world feeling a little too heavy. It's easy to get stuck in a negative headspace and feel like it's hard to push through. I've definitely been there. But today, I want to talk about something really important: how to stay positive during those hard times. Now, I'm not saying we should ignore our feelings or pretend everything's okay when it's not. That's not what positivity is about. It's about finding ways to cope, shift our mindset, and keep moving forward even when things feel difficult. It's about building resilience and holding on to hope, even when everything seems uncertain. So in this episode, I'm going to share some tips and strategies that can help you stay positive, even when life throws you a curveball. Whether it's simple habits to boost your mood or ways to change your perspective on challenges, these tools can really make a difference. I hope you find something here that resonates with you and helps you find some peace or motivation during those tough moments. Let's dive in. Staying positive during tough times might sound like a simple or even unrealistic piece of advice, but it's actually one of the most powerful tools we have for navigating life's challenges. When things aren't going our way, whether it's facing personal hardships, work stress, or just the weight of everyday struggles, our minds often focus on the negative aspects of the situation. This negative focus can make us feel stuck or overwhelmed, which only adds to the stress. That's where the importance of staying positive comes in. Being positive doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties or pretending that everything is fine when it's not. It's about choosing to focus on solutions, looking for the silver lining, and acknowledging that even in the hardest moments, there are things we can be grateful for. Positive thinking gives us the emotional strength to handle life's curveballs. It helps us shift from a victim mentality, where we feel helpless, to an empowered mindset, where we realize we have the ability to navigate and overcome adversity. There are several reasons why staying positive can make a huge difference in tough times. First, it helps with emotional resilience. People who focus on the positive aspects of their circumstances are generally better at bouncing back from setbacks. They are less likely to get stuck in negative emotions like anger, sadness, or anxiety, and more likely to maintain hope, which is critical for recovery and growth. Positive thinking also encourages a growth mindset, where challenges are seen as opportunities to learn rather than obstacles to avoid. When we see problems as chances for growth, we're more likely to stay motivated and find creative solutions. Another major benefit of staying positive is that it improves our problem-solving abilities. When we're negative, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, and this can cloud our judgment. A positive mindset opens our minds to new perspectives and possibilities, allowing us to think more clearly and make better decisions. It also reduces stress by helping us to better cope with pressure and difficult situations. Moreover, staying positive boosts our mental health. Studies show that individuals who maintain a positive outlook have better mental well-being and are less likely to develop anxiety or depression. It's not about being happy all the time, but about finding a way to manage negative emotions and stay hopeful about the future. Lastly, positive thinking leads to better physical health. Believe it or not, how we think and feel can have a direct impact on our bodies. Positive thinking has been linked to lower levels of stress, reduced inflammation, and a stronger immune system. When we feel good mentally, we are more likely to take care of our bodies, eat healthier, and engage in activities that promote well-being. So, staying positive is far from just a feel-good concept. It's an important and practical approach to life that can have lasting benefits, especially during challenging times. It doesn't mean ignoring the tough stuff, but rather having the strength and mindset to move forward, find solutions, and build resilience. And even if it feels hard at times, even the smallest shift in perspective toward the positive can make a significant difference in how we experience life's ups and downs. Acknowledge difficult emotions. One of the most important things to remember when going through tough times is that it's okay to feel difficult emotions. Whether it's sadness, frustration, anger, or anxiety, these feelings are part of the human experience. Ignoring or suppressing them doesn't help in the long run. It often makes them more intense. Instead of pushing them aside, it's important to acknowledge and process these emotions in a healthy way. Acknowledging your emotions doesn't mean letting them control you, but it means accepting that they exist. When we allow ourselves to feel and recognize what we're going through, it helps us understand the root of our emotions and gives us a sense of control. This step is vital in helping you move forward because it allows you to address what's going on inside, rather than letting it fester or build up. For example, if you're dealing with a setback at work, instead of bottling up feelings of frustration or disappointment, take a moment to reflect on them. Identify what's making you feel this way and why it affects you. This can help you gain clarity on the situation and avoid getting stuck in negative emotions. It's also essential to remember that emotions, even the tough ones, are temporary. They don't define you, and they won't last forever. Once you've acknowledged your emotions, it's easier to figure out what actions you can take to feel better. Sometimes it means taking a break, talking it out with someone, or even practicing relaxation techniques to calm down. Acknowledging difficult emotions also helps to prevent them from building up into something bigger. If you push them down and don't deal with them, they can manifest as stress, anxiety, or even physical symptoms. In the end, recognizing and accepting your emotions is not a weakness, it's a strength. It allows you to process what you're feeling, learn from it, and move forward in a more positive direction. You don't have to always have everything figured out, but allowing yourself to feel and acknowledge your emotions is an important first step in staying positive during hard times. Focus on gratitude. When we're going through difficult times, it can be easy to focus only on what's going wrong. The challenges, the setbacks, and the negative emotions often become the center of our attention. But practicing gratitude, even in tough moments, can shift our focus and bring a new perspective. Gratitude helps us take a step back and recognize the things that are still good in our lives, no matter how small they may seem. Focusing on gratitude doesn't mean ignoring the hardships you're facing. Instead, it's about balancing your perspective by acknowledging the positive things, even if they're simple or small. It's easy to forget about the good when we're stuck in negativity, but practicing gratitude reminds us that there's always something to be thankful for. For example, if you're facing a difficult time at work, instead of getting caught up in frustration, take a moment to think about the positive aspects of your job, like supportive colleagues or the skills you've gained. Or if you're dealing with personal challenges, focus on the people who care about you, your health, or a simple joy like a good meal or a warm cup of coffee. Even these small things can bring a sense of comfort and relief in tough moments. Gratitude is powerful because it shifts our mindset from scarcity to abundance. When we focus on what we have instead of what we don't have, we begin to feel more fulfilled and less burdened by what's missing. It also helps to counteract feelings of helplessness, as it reminds us of the resources and support we do have. Practicing gratitude can also improve mental health by reducing stress and increasing feelings of happiness and contentment. You can make gratitude a part of your daily routine, even if it's just taking a few minutes each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. It can be helpful to keep a gratitude journal, where you write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. This practice can help train your brain to notice the good, even when things seem hard. Over time, focusing on gratitude becomes a habit that helps you stay positive and grounded, no matter what challenges come your way. Shift your perspective. One of the most powerful ways to stay positive during tough times is by shifting your perspective. Often, when we face challenges, we see them as obstacles or roadblocks, which can make us feel stuck or helpless. But what if we could change how we view these situations? Instead of seeing problems as purely negative, we can try to reframe them as opportunities for growth, learning, or change. This shift in perspective can make a huge difference in how we cope with adversity. Shifting your perspective means looking at a situation from a different angle. For example, if you're dealing with a setback or failure, instead of viewing it as a defeat, see it as a lesson. Ask yourself what you can learn from the experience, what you can improve, or how it can make you stronger in the future. Every challenge comes with its own lessons, even if they're hard to see in the moment. Reframing your experience like this can help you find meaning and purpose in difficult situations, which is essential for staying positive. A common approach to shifting your perspective is to practice cognitive reframing. This involves changing the way you interpret negative thoughts. Instead of thinking, "This is terrible, I'll never get through this," try thinking, "This is difficult, but I can handle it. I have overcome challenges before, and I'll figure this out too." This simple change in thought can lead to a more optimistic view of the situation, making it easier to take action and move forward. Another way to shift your perspective is to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. When we're in the middle of a tough situation, it's easy to get caught up in the details and feel overwhelmed. But if you take a moment to think about where you are in life, what you've already accomplished, and the bigger goals you're working toward, it can remind you that this challenge is just one chapter in your journey, not the whole story. Additionally, shifting your perspective can involve gratitude, as mentioned earlier. By focusing on the positives in the situation, you can see things in a new light. For instance, a tough work environment might feel draining, but it could also be pushing you to develop new skills or connect with colleagues in meaningful ways. Changing your perspective doesn't mean pretending that everything is fine or ignoring the struggles, but it does allow you to approach problems with a mindset that encourages growth and solutions. By reframing difficulties as opportunities for personal growth or learning, you can maintain hope and stay positive, even when times are tough. Set small, achievable goals. When facing tough times, large challenges can feel overwhelming and hard to tackle. Sometimes, just thinking about everything you need to do or everything that's going wrong can make it feel like there's no way forward. One of the best ways to stay positive during these times is by breaking down big tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Setting small, achievable goals helps to reduce feelings of being overwhelmed and makes progress feel more attainable, even in the midst of difficult situations. The key to this strategy is to focus on progress, not perfection. Rather than looking at the full scope of what needs to be done, break your tasks into smaller chunks that you can handle each day. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed by a big project at work or school, instead of thinking about the entire project all at once, break it down into smaller tasks, like researching a specific topic, writing a paragraph, or making a phone call. Each small action you take brings you closer to completing the larger goal, and achieving these smaller steps along the way can help you stay motivated and positive. When you set small goals, it's important to make them specific, measurable, and realistic. For instance, rather than saying, "I need to finish my work," a smaller goal might be, "I'll complete this one section of the project today." By focusing on one thing at a time, you can celebrate small victories as you go, which can give you a sense of accomplishment and keep your spirits up. Setting small goals also provides structure, which can be incredibly helpful when things feel chaotic or out of control. Knowing exactly what you need to do next can bring a sense of clarity and direction, even in uncertain times. As you accomplish each goal, you'll build momentum and a sense of progress, which can help you stay focused and feel more positive about your ability to handle whatever comes next. Another benefit of setting small goals is that they allow for flexibility. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and sometimes unexpected challenges arise. But when your goals are broken down into smaller tasks, it's easier to adapt and adjust when things don't go as expected. Instead of feeling defeated by setbacks, you can pivot and continue moving forward one step at a time. So, whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, focus on small, achievable goals. It's about progress, not perfection, and every step forward is one step closer to overcoming the challenges you're facing. Even on the toughest days, these small wins can help you maintain a positive outlook and give you the energy to keep going. Taking care of yourself during tough times is crucial, yet it's something many people tend to neglect when they're under pressure. Often, we focus so much on managing external challenges, work, family, or financial pressures, that we forget to check in with ourselves. But practicing self-care is one of the most important things you can do to stay positive when times are hard. It's not about treating yourself with indulgences or taking a day off here and there. It's about making your well-being a priority every day, especially when life feels tough. First and foremost, getting enough rest is a foundational element of self-care. When we're stressed, sleep tends to be one of the first things we sacrifice, but it's also one of the most important things we need to maintain our mental and emotional health. Sleep helps to restore our energy, improve mood, and strengthen our immune system. Lack of sleep can lead to irritability, negative thinking, and increased stress. So, during hard times, it's vital to make sure you are getting the rest your body and mind need to function at their best. In addition to rest, taking care of your body through physical activity is also key. Exercise is one of the best ways to manage stress, and it has a direct effect on your mood. Physical activity releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. When you're feeling down or overwhelmed, even a short walk or a quick session of stretching can help clear your mind and lower your stress levels. Regular exercise can also improve your overall health, which makes it easier to deal with the physical demands of stressful situations. Your nutrition also plays a big role in how you handle tough times. During stress, people often turn to comfort foods or skip meals altogether. But poor eating habits can increase feelings of anxiety, fatigue, and irritability. Eating nutritious meals filled with whole foods can stabilize your mood and give you the energy you need to tackle your day. Make sure to stay hydrated too. Drinking enough water is essential for keeping your body and mind functioning properly. Even though it might be tempting to skip a healthy meal when you're stressed, taking the time to nourish your body can significantly improve how you feel. Taking care of your mental and emotional well-being is just as important as physical care. You don't need to be on all the time. Giving yourself space to relax and reset is vital. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, and journaling can help reduce anxiety, clarify your thoughts, and bring you back to the present moment. These small rituals, done consistently, can help you feel grounded and less overwhelmed by your emotions. Just a few minutes a day can make a big difference in how you manage stress. It's also important to set boundaries during tough times. When life feels overwhelming, it's easy to take on too much. You might say yes to extra work, try to solve everyone else's problems, or forget to prioritize your needs. But healthy boundaries are essential to maintain your energy and mental peace. Saying no when necessary, asking for help when you need it, and giving yourself permission to rest without guilt are all forms of self-care. Boundaries protect your well-being, and they ensure that you have the capacity to focus on the things that matter most. In the end, self-care is about creating balance. It's about taking small steps every day to ensure you're physically, emotionally, and mentally in a place where you can handle whatever comes your way. When you care for yourself, you build resilience, and you'll be much better equipped to stay positive and face challenges with strength. Self-care isn't selfish. It's essential for maintaining your mental health and moving through difficult times with a clear, positive outlook. Seek social support. One of the most powerful ways to stay positive during hard times is by seeking social support. We're not meant to go through tough moments alone, and having a support system can make all the difference in how we cope with challenges. Whether it's friends, family, or professional support, talking things through with others can provide comfort, encouragement, and a sense of connection. When facing adversity, it's easy to isolate yourself, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed or vulnerable. However, isolation often makes negative feelings grow stronger. Sharing your struggles with someone else, even if you don't have all the answers, can lighten your emotional load. Sometimes, just knowing that someone is there to listen can provide relief and validation. Support from loved ones can also provide perspective. When you're caught up in your own emotions, it's hard to see the bigger picture. Talking to someone who cares about you can help you view the situation from a different angle, offer practical advice, or simply remind you of your strengths. The act of expressing your feelings can help process them and make them feel more manageable. If you don't have close friends or family to rely on, seeking professional support from a therapist or counselor can be incredibly beneficial. Mental health professionals are trained to help people navigate difficult emotions and provide tools for coping with stress, anxiety, or other challenges. They can also help you develop healthier ways of thinking, which is especially useful when you're struggling to maintain a positive mindset. Another way to seek support is by joining a community or group that shares your interests or experiences. This can be a local support group, an online community, or a social group where you can connect with others facing similar challenges. Sharing experiences with others who understand what you're going through can help reduce feelings of loneliness and provide a sense of camaraderie. Additionally, social support isn't just about receiving help. It's also about giving it. Sometimes reaching out to help someone else can improve your own mood and shift your focus from your own difficulties. Whether it's offering a listening ear to a friend or helping someone in need, acts of kindness not only support others, but also contribute to your own sense of purpose and well-being. At the end of the day, seeking social support is about creating a network of people who can provide emotional comfort, practical help, and encouragement when you need it most. It's a reminder that you don't have to face life's challenges alone, and there are always people who care about you and are ready to support you through hard times. Whether it's talking things out with friends or getting professional help, reaching out can make a significant difference in maintaining a positive outlook during tough times. Finding meaning in adversity can be a transformative way to stay positive during hard times. When life presents challenges, it's easy to focus solely on the pain or difficulty. However, if you can find meaning in your struggles, you can reframe the experience as something that contributes to your growth rather than just a burden to bear. This shift in perspective can help you build resilience, maintain hope, and discover strength you didn't know you had. One of the key ways to find meaning is by looking for the lessons that can be learned from the situation. Every challenge, no matter how difficult, carries with it an opportunity to grow and develop. Perhaps you are learning patience, developing a deeper sense of empathy, or gaining new skills that will benefit you in the future. Even in the hardest moments, there can be a lesson that helps you become stronger and more resilient. Asking yourself questions like, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can this experience help me grow?" can guide you in finding meaning and purpose in difficult situations. Sometimes, finding meaning involves viewing adversity as part of a larger story or journey. It's easy to get caught up in the struggle and feel like it's never ending. But looking at the bigger picture can help you understand that this hardship is just one chapter in your life. In many cases, we come out of difficult experiences wiser, more capable, and better equipped to handle future challenges. Reflecting on past challenges you've faced and how you've overcome them can serve as a reminder that you've survived tough times before, and you have the strength to get through this one as well. Another powerful way to find meaning is by focusing on how your struggles might help others. If you're going through something challenging, chances are someone else's too. Sharing your experiences or offering support to others who are facing similar difficulties can bring a sense of purpose to your struggles. Helping others can shift the focus away from your own hardship and remind you that even in the darkest times, you can still make a positive impact in the world. Additionally, finding meaning can involve cultivating a sense of hope and purpose. It's important to remind yourself that the difficulties you're facing are temporary and that you have the ability to move forward. This perspective can help you stay positive and motivated to keep going, even when things seem bleak. Having a larger goal or vision in mind, whether it's personal growth, helping others, or working toward a specific objective, can give you something to hold on to during tough times. Ultimately, finding meaning in adversity isn't about ignoring the pain or pretending that everything is fine. It's about recognizing that challenges are a natural part of life and that, even in the face of hardship, there are opportunities for growth, learning, and connection. By seeking meaning in difficult situations, you can transform adversity into a powerful catalyst for personal development, resilience, and hope. Mindfulness and meditation are two powerful practices that can help you stay positive and centered, even during difficult times. When life feels overwhelming, it's easy to get caught up in negative thought patterns or emotions. These practices provide a way to calm the mind, reduce stress, and bring you back to the present moment, helping you manage adversity with a more balanced and positive mindset. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and engaged in the current moment without judgment. In tough times, we often find ourselves either dwelling on past events or worrying about the future. Mindfulness teaches us to focus on the present, which can help reduce feelings of anxiety, depression, and stress. By paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations without labeling them as good or bad, you can create a sense of calm and clarity. This allows you to respond to challenging situations with more awareness, rather than reacting impulsively or negatively. One way to practice mindfulness is by simply observing your surroundings and sensations. For example, take a few moments each day to focus on your breathing, noticing the air as it enters and leaves your body. Or, engage in an activity mindfully, like eating, walking, or listening to music, paying full attention to the experience and letting go of distractions. The goal is to slow down and fully engage with what's happening right now, instead of getting caught up in worries about the past or future. Meditation is another practice that can help you stay calm and positive during hard times. Meditation allows you to quiet the mind and enter a state of deep relaxation and focus. Even just a few minutes of meditation each day can help reduce stress, improve emotional regulation, and increase feelings of inner peace. There are various types of meditation, from guided meditation to focusing on your breath, and each can be tailored to your specific needs and preferences. One common meditation practice is focusing on your breath. By simply paying attention to the rhythm of your breath, you can calm the nervous system and create a sense of stillness in your mind. Another approach is loving-kindness meditation, where you focus on sending positive thoughts to yourself and others, cultivating compassion and empathy. Both mindfulness and meditation are valuable tools for managing difficult emotions and maintaining a positive outlook. When you're going through tough times, These practices help you create space between your feelings and your reactions, allowing you to respond more thoughtfully and with greater emotional balance. They also help you reconnect with yourself, providing a sense of peace and stability amidst chaos. Regular practice of mindfulness and meditation can also help you build resilience over time. As you become more accustomed to being present and centered, you'll find it easier to handle life's challenges without becoming overwhelmed. These practices teach you that while you can't control everything that happens, you do have control over how you respond, and that can make all the difference in how you navigate adversity. Sometimes the best way to stay positive during tough times is by hearing the stories of others who have overcome challenges and found strength in adversity. Real-life examples of resilience can inspire you, remind you that you're not alone, and show you that it's possible to emerge stronger from difficult situations. These stories serve as a powerful reminder that even in the darkest moments, there's hope, and it's possible to come out on the other side with a renewed sense of purpose. One of the most well-known examples of resilience is Nelson Mandela. Imprisoned for 27 years, Mandela faced unimaginable hardship and suffering. Yet, despite the physical and emotional toll of his imprisonment, he never gave up on his fight for equality and justice. Instead of succumbing to bitterness, he used his time in prison to reflect on his mission and refine his sense of purpose. When he was finally released, he became the first Black president of South Africa and a symbol of peace and reconciliation. Mandela's story shows how the human spirit can endure even the most extreme adversity, and how holding on to a sense of purpose can help you overcome even the toughest obstacles. Another inspiring story is that of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before becoming one of the most successful authors in history, Rowling faced significant personal challenges. She was a single mother living on welfare, struggling with depression, and faced rejection from multiple publishers before her book was finally accepted. Her journey is a powerful example of persistence and the importance of believing in yourself, even when others don't. Rowling's resilience in the face of hardship teaches us that success doesn't come overnight, and that the path to achieving your dreams is often filled with setbacks. Malala Yousafzai, the youngest ever Nobel Prize laureate, is another incredible example of resilience. After surviving an assassination attempt by the Taliban for advocating girls' education, Malala continued to speak out for the rights of girls and women around the world. Despite the trauma she experienced, she turned her pain into a platform for change, showing the world that even in the face of violence and fear, one person can make a difference. Malala's story is a testament to the power of courage, purpose, and determination. Closer to home, there are countless examples of people who have faced adversity and used it as fuel for personal growth. For example, a person overcoming a serious illness may share their journey of recovery, detailing how they maintained a positive mindset, navigated the challenges, and emerged stronger than before. Or someone who experienced a financial setback might talk about how they found creative ways to rebuild their life, find new opportunities, and eventually thrive. Incorporating these kinds of stories into your life can be a powerful reminder that resilience is something we all have the capacity for. Hearing how others have overcome struggles can help you see that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that tough times, though difficult, are often temporary. They remind you that even when everything feels uncertain or hopeless, there's always a way through. And there are always people who have faced similar challenges and come out stronger. These stories not only inspire, but also provide practical examples of how to overcome adversity. They show that resilience isn't about avoiding hardship, but about learning how to navigate through it, grow from it, and emerge stronger. By reflecting on these examples, you can gain the strength and motivation to keep pushing forward, no matter what obstacles you face. Encouragement and hope. One of the most important things to remember when facing difficult times is that tough situations are temporary, and they will eventually pass. Holding on to encouragement and hope can provide the emotional strength needed to navigate through adversity. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when things aren't going well, but keeping hope alive can remind you that brighter days are ahead. Encouragement is about believing in yourself and your ability to overcome the challenges you're facing. It's a reminder that, no matter how dark the situation might seem, you have the inner strength to get through it. Encouraging yourself through positive affirmations, gentle self-talk, and reminders of past triumphs can help shift your mindset from feeling defeated to feeling empowered. It's also about reminding yourself that setbacks are a natural part of life, and they don't define your future. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to build resilience and grow stronger. Hope plays a central role in staying positive. When you have hope, you're able to see beyond the current struggle and envision a better future. Hope doesn't mean ignoring the difficulty of the situation, but rather acknowledging that there is potential for improvement. It's about trusting that the hardship you're experiencing now is just one phase of your life, and that better things are yet to come. Whether it's hope in a positive outcome, hope in the healing process, or hope that things will eventually work out, maintaining a hopeful attitude can keep you motivated and moving forward. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate hope is by focusing on what you can control in the present. Instead of dwelling on the uncertainties of the future or the mistakes of the past, take action in the here and now. Set small goals, take care of your physical and emotional needs, and do things that bring you joy. By focusing on the present, you create a sense of agency and self-efficacy, which can help you feel more hopeful about the future. Additionally, surrounding yourself with supportive people who encourage you and share in your hope can also make a significant difference. When you feel like you're struggling, having others remind you of your strengths, your potential, and the brighter future that lies ahead can help reignite your hope and keep you going. At the end of the day, staying positive during hard times doesn't mean ignoring the challenges you face. It means keeping hope alive and reminding yourself that you will get through this. The difficulties you're going through now don't define who you are, and they certainly don't dictate your future. Encouragement and hope are powerful tools that help you endure, overcome, and ultimately thrive, no matter what obstacles you face.